That was electric. That was electric.
State of Michigan, 36th District Court, Detroit. Information, felony. Talante LaFerris Davis, a.k.a. Talante Davis. Date of offense, July 4th. Place of offense, 3000 Finkel, Detroit. Complainant or victim, James Gilbert III, a.k.a. M2LLO. Complaining witness, James Gilbert III, a.k.a. M2LLO. State of Michigan, County of Wayne. In the name of the people of the state of Michigan, the prosecuting attorney for this county appears before the court and informs the court that on the date and at the location described above, the defendant, count 1, assault with intent to murder, did make an assault upon James Gilbert III with intent to commit the crime of murder, contrary to MCL 750.83, felony, life, or any number of years, DNA to be taken upon arrest. A consecutive sentence may be imposed under MCL 750.506A if the assault was committed in a place of confinement. Count 2, assault with intent to do great bodily harm less than murder or by strangulation. Did make an assault upon James Gilbert III with intent to do great bodily harm less than the crime of murder, contrary to MCL 750.84, felony, 10 years or 5,000. They'll never sentence a nigga to 5,000. I don't even know why I say or. 10 years or 5,000. DNA to be taken upon arrest. A consecutive sentence may be imposed under MCL 750.506A if the assault was committed in a place of confinement. Count 3, assault with a dangerous weapon, in parentheses, felonious assault. Did make an assault upon James Gilbert III with a dangerous weapon, to wit, a pistol, but without intending to commit the crime of murder, which is a contradiction to count 1 of murder, or to inflict great bodily harm less than the crime of murder, which is a contradiction to count 2. Something that I picked up on. But contrary to MCL 750.82, felony, 4 years and or $2,000. DNA to be taken upon arrest. A consecutive sentence may be imposed. That good shit again. Count 4, weapons, firearms, possession by a felon. Did possess and / or use a firearm when ineligible to do so because he or she has been convicted of home invasion, 2nd degree, a felony punishable by imprisonment for 4 or more years, and the requirements for regaining eligibility had not been met, contrary to MCL 750.224F. 5 years and or 5,000, mandatory forfeiture of weapon or device. Count 5, weapons, felony firearm. Count 6, weapons, felony firearm. Count 7, weapons, felony firearm. Count 8, weapons, felony firearm. Habitual offender. This is what I rapped about in my 3rd versus casino. And I told them 3 Fs. That mean I'm a 4th habitual on my next strike. That was a real burr. I ain't give a fuck what nobody thought about it. I'm going through real shit. Take notice that the defendant was previously convicted of 3 or more felonies or attempts to commit felonies in that or about 5/8/2014. He or she was convicted of the offense of home invasion, 2nd degree, in violation of the 6th Circuit Court for the County of Oakland, State of Michigan. Therefore, Defendant is subject to the penalties provided. Penalty: life if primary offense has penalty of 5 years or more. 15 years or less if primary offense has penalty under 5 years. The maximum penalty cannot be less than the maximum term for a first conviction. Court shall order law enforcement to collect a DNA identification profiling sample before sentencing or disposition if not taken at arrest and against the people and dignity of the state of Michigan. So, like I said, Kim Worthy wasn't my prosecutor, but that's her office. So, let's get to this next page. It got my address on here, so I really don't want to show that part. But, place of offense, 3000 Finkel Street, Detroit. Date of complaint, 7/4. So, in August, when the interviews and shit was popping, the OTFMZ shit, the cap shit, in August, when I found out that my house got raided, in August, when all this shit first hit the fan, the date of this complaint is 7/4/2021. Complainant's name, Gilbert James. Scribbled the Addy, all of that. Person to sign, complainant. Details of investigation. Gun used, yes. Kill/injured, 0/1. Details of investigation. Circumstances. On July 4, 2021, Detroit police officer Kevin Turner, badge 4898, and Alexander Pettit, badge 2519, were dispatched to Henry Ford Hospital for a gunshot wound police run. Upon arrival, the officers spoke to the victim, James Gilbert III, who initially refused to give the officers information about the shooting. See all this omission? The shit he was promoting was the shit from initially. Henry Ford Security informed the 911 operator that Mr. Gilbert stated he was shot at a warehouse on Finkel and Alden during a rap battle. Detroit police officers Edward Pawlowski and Joshua Goodman, along with Sergeant James Wynick, went to Finkel and Alden and located the warehouse at the location 3000 Finkel. The officers took statements from the people who worked at the rap event, but nobody witnessed anything. So all of that shit he was saying in the OTFMZ videos, it was witnesses and surveillance and all of that shit, blaming it on everybody else, but nobody witnessed anything. Kyle Gray, continuing, Kyle Gray, a.k.a. Avocado, a solid one, stated that he had heard a loud bang, but he thought somebody had just lit off a firework. Clayton Michael Dom also stated that he heard a loud pop in the warehouse. The officers were unable to locate a scene inside the warehouse. That means the officers don't even have a crime scene. And for all they know, this couldn't even have happened, or it happens elsewhere. On July 4th, 2021, Detroit police officer Nicholas Mose went to Henry Ford Hospital to speak with the victim. The victim stated that he was at a rap battle event on Finkel and Alden when he ran into one another battle rapper who he has been having issues with on social media, Clout Chaser. He stated that he has known the person for 3 years and he goes by a battle rap name of Marana or something similar. Nigga, if you know me for 3 years, there's no such thing as Marana or something similar. You should have just said my fucking name. So where do you get aura out of knowing a nigga for 3 years? Anyway, the victim stated that Marana called him over. And when the victim, approached, Piranha pulled out a handgun. The victim stated that Piranha was trying to get the victim, to beg for his life. The victim stated that he told Piranha that Piranha needed help. And that's when Piranha shot him one time in the right thigh. The victim was privately conveyed to Henry Ford Hospital. The victim stated that he did not remember Piranha's Facebook name, but he knows that the word Puritan was in the name somewhere. But you knew me for 3 years. The victim described the defendant as a black/male who was a little taller and more muscular than him. You a gay ass nigga to call me more muscular than you. With a small afro haircut. Officer Mullins recovered the victim's cell phone and placed it on evidence. 2 days later, on July 6, 2021, James Gilbert came to the 10th precinct and filled out a consent to search form for his cell phone. Mr. Gilbert also provided Officer Mose with the passcode to his cell phone. Officer Mose took the phone to the cybercrimes unit for information extraction. Same day, 2 days later, on July 6, 2021, Detective Majda with the 10th Precinct Detective Unit went through Mr. Gilbert's Facebook and discovered that he had been messaging with somebody who had the Facebook name Puritan Ave Piranha. Detective Majda looked through the Facebook of Puritan Ave Piranha and determined that he went by the battlerap name Piranha. Why is battlerap name Piranha and all this shit even necessary or relevant? Detective Majda looked at Puritan Ave Piranha's Instagram and saw a post in which Piranha was holding a baby and saying, "Call me Talante Davis Sr." Detective Majda ran the name Talante Davis through the Law Enforcement Information Network and determined that Talante Davis, 5'3", 1994, was the battle rapper Piranha. 2 days later again, on July 8th, 2021, James Gilbert came to the 10th Precinct to identify Talante Davis as the defendant through a single photo. I'm going to fast forward to this single photo. So you see it say, on July 8th, 2021, James Gilbert came to the 10th Precinct to identify Talante Davis as the defendant through a single photo. Here's the single photo. Date July 8th. The start time and end time, not even a fucking whole minute. Do you recognize this person? Yes. What is their name? Goes by Piranha. At first it was Piranha or something similar. Remember that? Now it goes by Piranha 4 days later. How long have you known this person? About 3 years. What did this person do to you? Shot me in the leg. Witness signature. That's that man's signature. You can see the 3rd on the end of his name. You see the date. You see the time. That's the single photo where it says, on July 8th, James Gilbert came to the 10th Precinct to identify Talante Davis as the defendant through a single photo. July 8th. So, but we gonna get down there. Now, interrogation, none. I ain't spoke to no fucking police to this fucking day. I know to only talk to my lawyer. That's why there was no interrogation. None. Witnesses. All of that shit he said in them interviews, it was witnesses, surveillance, it was white people. The only fucking witnesses is police and you. You your own witness. Quit putting it off on everybody else, bro. James Gilbert III will testify to being a victim. The rest of these witnesses is police. Evidence, data from the victim's cell phone, video, officers' body cam footage uploaded to evidence.com under Detroit-2107040280. I guess anybody can go look at that photo. Yes, screenshots of the text between the victim and defendant. Wayne County Prosecutor's Office witness list. The people of the state of Michigan versus Talante Davis. The names and residences of the witnesses for the people in the above entitled cause are listed below. The witnesses the people intend to produce at trial pursuant to M2LLO are designated by an X in the boxes to the left. Again, just James Gilbert III and all police.
That was electric.